If I asked you to describe the fundamental nature of your real estate business, what would you say? If you're like most real estate agents, you would probably say it's all about relationships. And I agree, that's exactly what it is. However, when you look at most real estate agents, social media profiles, posts, email marketing, advertising, so on and so forth, what you see is the exact opposite. It's the transactional, it's the salesy style. It breaks relationships instead of building those relationships. Now, unfortunately, most realtors, they do use social media and other marketing channels as well as merely as sort of like the sales promotion channel. And it's not even their fault, right? Because the market itself, it is bloated with this noise where it's all about this. There's a massive lack of awareness actually of what works to get listings, even though realtors know what works to get listings. So everyone out there is telling you to click that one button, right? Okay, click one button, get your leads and close the clients. However, the reality is something very different. It's kind of like this pipeline dream where we tell you, okay, let's say we take care of your marketing, right? So you can focus on serving your clients. And there's this big dream that everybody has, that everybody goes to, but nobody ever achieves it. Now, there's a delusion that is not based on reality. It's kind of like sending an actor with zero personality, right, to impersonate you at family reunion instead of attending yourself, right? That's pretty weird, right? So therein lies the question. So why are you not doing the same things on social media that you already know how to do and in your marketing that you do in person to build relationships? Because you know how to build relationships. You're probably the best person in your sphere that builds relationships, right? Well, you know that the homeowners, they don't hire a business, right? They hire you. And the realtor they hire, they should know the realtor, they need to trust the realtor, right? You know that they need to connect with the realtor, right, for them to work with them. And that's the problem. The agents that do big numbers with cold prospecting, cold calling, and door knocking, they're extremely good at this. They know how this works. But if you don't want to compete in a fiercely competitive area of FISBOs, you don't want to do expireds where hundreds of other agents and AI and Philippine assistants are going against you at every opportunity, right? Well, you have to learn how to build a relationship through your marketing in this day and age. You have to know how to do it online. You have to know how to do it in a scalable way, right? That's the time we're in. We have to be able to do it online. So look, in your marketing, right, your personal stories of your experiences are actually something that people are able to connect with. And that's the core foundation for a successful online marketing as a realtor because it creates relatability, it creates trust, it creates connection. And in short term, taking the easy way out, right, where we use a pre-made tool or we use KV Core, we use something that is like very easy to set up and then forget about it, is a problem and it is a mistake. Now, the thing is, it is a big step up, right, for many to create their own content, for many to put their voice out there, right, to put their story out there. I get it. It's hard, it's difficult, right, it's uncomfortable. But in the long term, if you don't do that, if you don't put yourself out there, it is going to destroy your business and wipe you out of the market. We are in a situation right now where a lot of these pre-made tools or strategies that maybe worked, let's say a decade ago, like cold calling or door knocking, right? They're getting wiped out every single day. It's only getting quicker and quicker with AI, right? A lot of these things just getting completely destroyed. So the market is shifting, and it is shifting at an ever accelerating rate away from that transactional marketing style into more relationships based marketing. Now, think about this, right? How many times are you buying something, right, from transactional marketing, right? Have you ever bought something, let's say during last year, where somebody forced you to buy it? They told you, buy this, buy this, buy this, right? Probably not, right? You have always bought things, at least for myself, based on my own will. Anytime I go in to buy something expensive, I always know basically I'm gonna buy it. I have a couple questions here and there, but I already done my research online. I don't need the hardcore sales tactics. I don't need anybody to force me to buy, right? Now, if you keep swimming upstream and continue with that similar marketing where you're basically doing transactional marketing, right? With pre-made content, with hardcore sales tactics, with trying to kind of force it, you will be left behind as a real estate agent and being basically also think as that salesy realtor, right? And nobody wants to be the salesy guy. So on a practical level, what this means is three things, right? Three things. So number one is ditch everything that is not written or created by yourself. If you're using anything that's KV Core or Reminder Media or anything like that that is more automated, that is more created for you, turn it off, trust me, and create your own content. Number 2 is write and film your own content. Stop assistance, stop using ChatGPT to create your own content. You can use it to help you, but don't do anything like that. Write and film your own content for social media and your emails, and don't get too advanced first, right? I get it. You know, if you're creating content yourself for the first time, right, you cannot create a video yet. You cannot create a long YouTube video, right? It's not gonna be very good. It's okay. So don't get too advanced at the beginning. Don't worry about the sort of like crazy stuff at this point, right? Don't think that you need to create some sort of large video, right? Or hire some sort of video crew. Start by creating one post, right? Where you take your phone, take a picture, write a text, right? Start off with that and start adding things on top of that. But the main thing, focus on doing something that is going to be authentic to you, where it's actually personal, where it's actually to your local market and has a good intention in mind. Number 3 is spend some time actually interacting with people on the social media platforms, your sphere, your past clients, your social media network. So let's say, for example, you now go to your Facebook feed, right? You see somebody's daughter graduated from college, right? There's a Facebook post about it. Go ahead and congratulate that person. Ask them something about it. Was it difficult? Was it hard? Or was the moment great? So on and so forth. Or you see somebody's golden retriever, right, on the Facebook feed. Ask how the golden retriever is doing, if they're enjoying the walks, if they're happy, so on and so forth. Or see somebody on a barbecue party, okay, ask if the steak was great, whatever the case may be, right? Go ahead and strike up these conversations and then also message people in direct messages and ask how they're doing. Now, what this will do, right? Not only will this allow you to start giving value to other people, right, as opposed to just focusing on yourself, but it's also going to allow you to start up a circle where you're getting familiar with, okay, I'm doing on social media, but it's going to these people, right? These are the people that would see my post. And that's going to allow you now to realize, okay, I make this post and then people see this post, and then therefore, right, maybe sometime later we can have a transaction in the context of real estate. But I'm building relationships. I'm not focusing on just trying to get the transaction. So that's going to train your mind to be more in that relationship building state, but additionally it's going to allow you to keep up with that database, right? Because a lot of those people, now they remember you if it's time to sell. Now, additionally, you kind of create a situation, if you do this a lot, let's say you have a Facebook group, right? Let's say there's 30,000 people in the Facebook group that are local people. Well, if you're always leaving these little comments, right? You're always talking, you're always kind of striking conversations, creating positive feelings, sometimes maybe cracking a little joke, right? What's going to happen over time is you kind of become that go-to person. You become that guy in the Facebook group that everybody knows. They know it. They know you, but they don't know why they know you. They just know you, right? And that's ultimately going to drive traffic to your profile. And slowly but surely, in terms of real estate, you become that go-to guy for their real estate needs because you have created your own content. So the content you have created, it is a little bit about real estate, right? There's some real estate touch points. So they know you're a realtor, and you sort of have that similar effect as you have with your sphere of influence, where many of your friends, your family members, right, people that know you very well, they wouldn't sell a house, with your competitor, right? They would sell the house with you. So the similar effect starts happening, and especially a lot of our clients, they have noticed they do this, and they get a message like, hey, I want to sell my house, from a person they met in a Facebook group, and they're like, wow, I didn't know it was this easy, right? So you will notice that, especially if you do it for a longer time, but you do it consistently for 1 to 3 months, you'll start having these conversations, and then people will just start reaching out to you based on your content and based on your profile, based on these conversations. Now, to do this, you need to allocate some time, right? That's the thing about the strategies is you cannot outsource this to your VA in Philippines. You cannot get somebody else to do it for you. You have to do this yourself, right? But that's why it works. So if you just allocate that 2 to 3 hours per week, right, you're gonna start to create that massive upward spiral effect, where at first you're not gonna see anything crazy, but then you do it a little bit, and as you do this over time, you're gonna start to have that feedback wheel going on, where the more you do something, the more results you get. The more you do it, the more results you get. And again, as you start to get those first transactions, first listings, first buyers coming in, first referrals coming in, you're gonna be very, very surprised about how easy this is and why nobody else is doing this as well. So remember, marketing for realtors is a double-edged sword, meaning when you do it correctly, it will allow you to grow business really, really quickly and do it in a very, very pleasant way and allow people to come to you as opposed to you doing it in a way where you have to chase a lot of people, right? You have to convince a lot of people. And that's the dilemma, right? Sometimes you need to do things that do not feel comfortable at the moment, right? But will all long term create you a comfortable future. And the thing is, when it's done incorrectly, where it's done from a place where I need business right now, I need a deal right now, right? You're only some sort of contact info for me. I don't care about who you are, right? I just want to have my transaction. Well, it's going to come across as spammy. It's going to come across as needy, as irrelevant, right? And it will end up costing you anyway. You will have to pay the cost anyway later, right? If you do it that way, where maybe you don't get a transaction that month, right? So it's going to cost you time, money, right? Missed opportunities, and a lot of pain when you have to, again, go in there and start convincing people, start chasing people. So do the uncomfortable thing now, it will become comfortable and you will grow your business. So hopefully this was useful. I'll see you on the next one.